President Bush launched the latest round of Israeli-Palestinian peace efforts in November with a conference in Annapolis, Maryland, outside Washington.
Today, Palestinians and Israelis each understand that helping the other to realize their aspirations is key to realizing their own aspirations. Both require an independent, democratic, viable Palestinian state.
This two-state solution is the centerpiece of the president's strategy, and he wants the boundaries of a Palestinian state defined before he leaves office in January. But Palestinians are divided between a Fatah government in the West Bank and a Hamas government in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert told the president earlier this year that any peace deal must include all Palestinians.
There will be no peace unless terror is stopped, and terror will have to be stopped everywhere. We made it clear to the Palestinians. They know it, and they understand that Gaza must be part of the package.
President Bush met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in advance of the trip to find out how he might best help advance the peace process. The Palestinian leader made clear the challenges ahead.
I cannot say that the road to peace is paved with flowers. It is paved with obstacles. But together we will work very hard in order to eliminate those obstacles and achieve peace.
U.S. National Security Advisor Steve Hadley says there has been some movement toward a Palestinian state, though experts say the peace talks have so far made little progress. The prospects for a new state, he says, will open the door for peace.
At that point, President Abbas will be able to go to the people in Gaza and say, you have a choice. You can have the kind of life that you have under the oppression, really, of Hamas, and as we all know how difficult the situation is for Palestinian Gaza, or you can be part of a Palestinian state, which is what we want and what Palestinians want.
Nathan Brown directs Middle East studies at George Washington University. He says President Bush will be meeting Israeli and Palestinian sides that are still far apart.
They may have inched a little bit closer, but there's still wide gaps. Second is that there are facts on the ground in terms of a network of Israeli settlements and roads and construction that are very, very deeply entrenched. They can be undone, but at a very high political price to any Israeli government, and you've got a weak one right now.
The three leaders shook hands in Annapolis, but during his upcoming trip, Mr. Bush will meet separately with the Israeli and Palestinian leaders. He'll also pursue regional involvement in the process in separate talks with Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak and Saudi King Abdullah, both whom he visited last year. Mr. Bush also will meet with Jordanian King Abdullah, who was in the Oval Office in March. Scott Stearns, VOA News.